how to get 25 grams of protein or more in your breakfast. And today we're going to be making some peanut butter and chocolate chip overnight oats. I'm just going to use a resealable mason jar. I got these lids and I got these jars on Amazon. I love them because you can reuse these jars as needed. They go great in the refrigerator. You can take the lid off. You can even warm them up a little bit in the microwave if you need to. Also, I'm going to be using my food scale because when you use this, it's so much easier to measure things because then you don't have spoons and bowls and extra utensils everywhere. A lot easier to clean up with a food scale. Starting with Bob's Red Mill Overnight Oats. And all I'm going to do is put one serving, which is about 45 grams of oats, and I'm just watching it on my food scale. In place of chia seeds, I'm using this Zen Basil. I found this on Amazon also. These are full of fiber and they do have a little bit of protein, and I'm putting in just a half of a tablespoon. 1 scoop of my peanut butter protein powder. 1 scoop is going to have about 5 grams of protein. Next up, I'm using my favorite protein powder, and this is from ActiStacks. It's vanilla. I'm going to use a half of a scoop because a half of a scoop is going to have about 11 grams of protein. And you can add a whole scoop if you want to. I'm just adding in a half a scoop because there's some protein in the oats, so there's a little bit of protein in the Zen Basil, and there's protein in the peanut butter powder also. Next, I'm going to add in 6 ounces of oat milk, and I'm going to use my scale to do this also. Less mess. Oh, and lastly, you can't forget the chocolate chips for the peanut butter and chocolate chip overnight oats. Just a quick side note on these, because these are a little bit larger chocolate chips. If you want to, you can always chop them and put them in. But if you're going to warm this, then you may want to think about they're going to melt in there. So you may want to add this after the fact if you don't warm it. Some people eat the overnight oats cold out of the refrigerator. Some people still like to warm them up a little bit. So it's just your choice, however you choose to eat them. If you don't want the chocolate chips to melt, then maybe wait and add them after the fact. Now I'm just going to pop this in the refrigerator for overnight. And I had one from last night, so I'm going to show you. Look how thick this is, and there's even a chocolate chip in there. So if you are looking for more ways to add 25 grams of protein to your breakfast, make sure you continue to follow because I have another one for you tomorrow.